Howdy all, and welcome back to another Britgrid intermediate blender class. And today we're going to carry on with our daisy making, but you'll be pleased to hear that we're done with making petals, hurrah! And today I'm just going to delete that empty, we don't need it anymore. And today what we'll be doing is we'll be making some stalks for our daisies, and we might even make a few leaves as well. We'll see how we get on. We'll see how time goes. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a curve, and we're going to use a Bezier curve for this. So there we go, there's our Bezier curve. We'll go into edit mode. These are fun. If you've not played with Bezier curves before, then I can highly recommend it. They're great for doing stalks. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to go to the top view, and I'm just going to rotate that around its individual origin. See if that will work for us. There we go. I'm just going to try and straighten out that. That Bezier curve. Then I'm going to press L to select it all. We'll move to medium point, get our little widget up. So we're going to rotate that 90 degrees on the y-axis. So rotate Y90, enter. Great, that's perfect. And I might just duplicate that a few times because we'll need more than one stalk. So Shift D, move it out the way, Shift D, move it out the way. So let's do one stalk at a time. So let's select the whole thing. We'll just pull it across to our daisy, and you can see on the Bezier curve we've got these little indicating lines showing us which way the curve runs. So I just want to move that up to the top of our daisy there. Now daisy stalks are actually quite long, so I'm just going to rotate the bottom a bit just to give it a bit of a curve, rotate the top a bit just to give it a bit of a curve. I might even rotate the head of the daisy, so we could do that just because it's a cool thing to do. Just need to make sure that we've got the centre of the stalk going through the daisy, which we have. So that's our first daisy done, our first daisy stalk done. Let's have a look at our next daisy stalk. So we'll select it with L. We'll move it over to our other daisy head. Try and position it somewhere sensible. It's not looking too bad. I'm tempted to make this daisy a bit longer. It's a bit of a bigger daisy. And we'll rotate this as well. In fact, let's rotate this in several directions. And let's grab our daisy head. Just moving it around there, and we'll rotate that as well. Just because for what we're doing, it's going to look better if it's not completely flat onto the camera. How are we looking? That's not too bad, is it? So let's put our attention onto this other daisy. Go back into edit mode, press L to select. So it's basically rinse and repeat. All we're doing is just moving things into place, and then we're just tweaking the curves. So let's tweak this one, let's rotate it a bit. Let's rotate this one a bit. Let's go to object mode. Let's just focus in on that head there. We can rotate that. Move it. Just check that we're about right. Okay, that's not too bad. And now we'll go back to our stalks. We'll go into the curve properties, and what we're going to do is we're going to fatten those stalks out a bit, just to give them a bit of thickness. So let's do apply all transforms on those before we do that. And you can see we've got an, I'm pretty sure it is the extrude we want, so let's just try the extrude. Yep, that's extruding them, so that's good. And we don't want them to be too thick. We want them to actually be quite thin. They're not particularly circular at the moment, which is a bit of a concern. So let's go for 0.015. That's nowhere near thin enough. 0.001. Still not thin enough. Let's go 0.1 again. Doesn't seem to like that. Stick the rendering up a bit. 2, 4, and let's put the resolution up. Oh, there we go. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I've just had a cat climb on my lap, bless her. So are they looking relatively round? They're not looking too bad, are they? What does that look like in wireframe? Okay, is that horrendously horrible? It is horrendously horrible. So let's take down the preview. To resolution, I think is the one we want. Just debating what a good resolution for these will be. They don't have to be perfect. Yeah, that's not great actually, because that has taken out some of our curviness, which sucks. So how can we put that curviness back in? Ah, there we go. But I don't want to. I want them nice and curvy. I'm not unhappy with that. Let's have a look in wireframe. It doesn't really matter about the mesh count on this because we're only using it to create textures. So yeah, that's good. What we need to do now is we actually need to make those. Do you know what? I think that's still a little bit thin. Maybe if we went 1.5, it might be better. Or even 2. Or even, let's try 5. or even 1. Okay. Not quite sure why that's not doing what we want it to. Let's try again. Might be because we're... Okay, that's too much. So 0.08. Still too much. Let's try 0.5. Still too much. 0.2. Okay, that's not too bad. Now we've done that, we actually want to make... Let's go into object mode. We now want to make that into mesh from a curve. So we can go to our object menu and go convert to mesh from curve, and there we have it. That's done that for us. And let's just check the underside to make sure that it's not looking too stupid. We can split those out into separate mesh objects. Might be an idea because we'll want to move them around. So we can do... Let's do edit mode and select A to get them all. Do mesh, and we want to separate by selection, which now gives us our separate objects. So if we can go back into object mode, we should be able to... Nope, that's not really what we want. Let's try that again. Maybe we should do that in edit mode. So A to select them all, mesh, separate by loose parts. I think it's probably a better... That's small, I like it. There we go. So let's select this one with individual origins. No, it's not. It's with medium point. Nope. Let's go into edit mode. Say L to select it. That's a bit better. So we just need to tweak it. So doing a bit of tweaking. So there we go. We're just going to move that. It's not too bad. Make sure we're not poking through the top of the flower, which we're not. On to the next one. Edit mode, A to select it. Just move our viewpoint so that we can see what we're doing. So we're just tweaking, moving up a bit. Move it around a bit. Not too bad. Are we poking through the top of the flower? No, we're not. Let's do this last one. Actually, that one's not looking too bad. Yeah, okay, we don't need to tweak that one. Right. So, I think what we ought to do is just join these together. Join that one. Join that one. Join that one. And I guess we can probably start moving them into place. So we can select everything. Just move it up. Might rotate that. So set back to the 3D cursor. And do the same for this one. Into edit mode, select it all. Move to medium point selection so we can grab it. Just changing the view around. you can see how difficult it is to position things accurately when you're working in 3D. I might rotate that a bit. Might rotate it around the Z-axis. Just move it around a bit. And let's select our other one. Let's move that into place. Oh dear, what happened there? We've lost our middle. So let's Control Z that. Okay, what went wrong? Let's have a look. I guess we've missed out selecting our middle bit. So let's go into wireframe so that we can see what we're selecting. Unless we've got a duplicate middle bit. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't think that was selected. Don't think it was selected, so let's press L on that. And we'll do... can we do a join? Can we do it in object mode? No mesh data to join. Perfect. Okay, I don't know what happened there. So let's go back to our medium point. Let's select our object, which we've got. That's great. Let's go into edit mode. Okay, well at least we've got our centre this time, so that's good. So we're just going to move that up, and we might rotate that a bit. Oh no, we're not going to do that. Okay, so we've still got an issue with some of those bits, and the chances are we need to apply transforms to it. So apply all transforms. Now we can rotate it, and hopefully it shouldn't fall apart. And maybe we'll scale that down a little bit. Maybe we'll scale that one up a little bit. Whoa, not that big. Maybe we'll scale that one up a little bit. Let's rotate that on Z. Just trying to get a bit of differentiation in between them. Let's rotate that one a bit. How are we looking there? Not too bad. Okay, so I'm gonna save that there. I don't think we got around to making any leaves, but that will give us something to do next lesson, so it's all good. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Britgrid Intermediate Blender channel. Do take care, everybody. Don't forget to tune in next time, and until then, bye for now.